In the summer of 1969, the world held its breath as humanity stood on the edge of an achievement that once seemed impossible. After years filled with fierce competition, political pressure, and groundbreaking innovation, the United States was set to send 3 astronauts on a historic journey to the moon. This moment wasn't just a technological triumph, it represented courage, unity, and the unyielding quest for the unknown. Behind the thunderous roar of the Saturn V rocket and the steady voices of mission control lay a complex tapestry of science, sacrifice, and sheer determination. The launch of Apollo 11 was the culmination of countless hours of preparation, sleepless nights, and an unwavering belief that humanity could transcend Earth's gravity. As the countdown clocks ticked down and eyes around the world turned skyward, a new chapter in human history was about to unfold, one that would forever change our understanding of exploration. Chapter 1: The Race to Space Begins. After World War II, the world found itself split between 2 superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, engaged in a fierce ideological and technological rivalry. This competition went far beyond just borders and economies, it reached into the cosmos. When the Soviet Union launched Sputnik in 1957, the first artificial satellite to orbit Earth, it sent a clear message: the space race was on, and America was lagging behind. The launch sparked a mix of fear and wonder around the globe, pushing the United States to take action. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy addressed Congress with a daring vision: to land a man on the moon and bring him back safely to Earth before the decade ended. This ambitious goal became the foundation of the American space program, igniting an extraordinary push in science, engineering, and exploration. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, still in its early days, was suddenly tasked with a mission that required speed, creativity, and unwavering dedication. As tensions between the nations grew, space emerged as the ultimate testing ground. Winning the race to the moon was about more than just scientific achievement, it was a matter of national pride and global standing. The journey to Apollo 11 began not only in labs and control rooms but also in a political climate charged with urgency and ambition. Chapter 2: Project Apollo Takes Shape. When President Kennedy made his bold declaration, it resonated throughout the country, placing the monumental task of turning dreams into reality squarely on NASA's shoulders. Project Apollo, named after the ancient Greek god of the sun, was set in motion with one clear mission: to land a human on the moon and bring them back safely to Earth. However, the journey was anything but straightforward. NASA faced the daunting challenge of inventing new systems, testing cutting-edge technologies, and coordinating efforts on a scale never seen before in peacetime. The project kicked off with a series of foundational missions, like Mercury and Gemini, which were crucial in helping scientists grasp the complexities of space travel. These missions explored everything from human endurance in the harshness of space to the intricacies of docking and spacewalks. The insights gained from these early endeavors were instrumental in paving the way for Apollo's eventual success. Engineers had the tough task of designing spacecraft that could endure the vacuum of space, land safely on the moon, and re-enter Earth's atmosphere with pinpoint accuracy. At the core of Apollo were the command module, the lunar module, and the colossal Saturn V rocket. These elements had to function together seamlessly. Thousands of contractors and tens of thousands of workers from all over the United States played a part in this monumental effort, from crafting intricate circuits to assembling the spacecraft. The scale of the project was staggering, yet it was all driven by a singular vision. Project Apollo was evolving from a mere concept into a meticulously crafted reality. Chapter 3: Training the Crew of Apollo 11. Choosing the crew for Apollo 11 was a monumental task, one that demanded not just technical know-how but also remarkable composure, intelligence, and teamwork. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins were selected from a pool of highly talented astronauts, each with years of military experience, flight expertise, and impressive academic credentials. Armstrong, the mission commander, was renowned for his ability to stay calm under pressure. Aldrin, the lunar module pilot, held a doctorate in astronautics, while Collins, the command module pilot, was a skilled test pilot with exceptional navigational skills. Their training was intense and unyielding. They dedicated countless hours to simulators that replicated every phase of the mission, from launch to lunar landing and back home. They practiced emergency procedures over and over, preparing for every possible scenario. The crew also delved into geology, learning how to identify and collect moon rocks that would yield valuable scientific insights. To mimic lunar gravity, they trained in underwater settings and in aircraft that created brief moments of weightlessness. But beyond just technical abilities, trust among the crew was crucial. They needed to function as a cohesive unit, with each role being essential to the mission's success. Their physical endurance, psychological strength, and quick decision-making skills were put to the test time and again. As launch day drew near, Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins had transformed into more than just astronauts. They had become a finely tuned team, poised to make history with their incredible journey. Chapter 4: Building the Saturn V rocket. The Saturn V rocket was an incredible feat of engineering, standing as the most powerful machine ever created by humanity. It was specifically designed to take Apollo 11 beyond the confines of Earth and on a journey to the Moon. Towering at over 110 meters, it became a striking emblem of human creativity and resolve. Building such a massive rocket demanded innovation like never before. Engineers had to come up with new materials, develop powerful engines, and create precise control systems capable of withstanding the immense forces during launch and flight. The Saturn V was made up of 3 distinct stages, each playing a crucial role in pushing the spacecraft further into space. The first stage was equipped with 5 enormous F-1 engines, which consumed thousands of gallons of fuel every second, generating enough thrust to lift the rocket off the ground. The second and third stages took over sequentially, propelling the spacecraft into orbit and then setting it on a course toward the Moon. A vast army of workers from all over the United States dedicated their efforts to building and testing this monumental rocket. Every single bolt, weld, and cable underwent thorough inspection to guarantee safety and reliability. The complexity of the Saturn V was mind-boggling, yet every component had to function in perfect unison. Its successful launch was of utmost importance. Any misstep could lead to catastrophe. As launch day drew near, the Saturn V stood ready, a mechanical titan prepared to carry the dreams of a nation into the vastness of space. Chapter 5: Mission Control and Final Preparations. As the day of the Apollo 11 launch drew near, all eyes were on Mission Control in Houston, Texas, the heart and soul of the operation. This lively command center was filled with hundreds of engineers, technicians, and flight controllers, each one dedicated to keeping a close watch on specific systems to ensure everything went off without a hitch. They worked tirelessly in shifts, day and night, poring over data, running simulations, and crafting backup plans for every conceivable situation. In the final stretch, every detail was scrutinized. The spacecraft, the mighty Saturn V rocket, and all the supporting gear underwent thorough inspections. Engineers double-checked every connection, every system, and every backup, acutely aware that even the tiniest mistake could put the entire mission at risk. The astronauts were busy with last-minute medical checkups, briefings, and practice runs. Their spacecraft was carefully fueled, and the launch pad was prepared to handle the immense forces that would come with liftoff. Communication lines between the launch site, mission control, and the astronauts were tested over and over to ensure that everyone could stay in touch without a hitch. A mix of tension and excitement filled the air as the countdown clock ticked down to 0. Behind the scenes, a dedicated team of hundreds worked seamlessly together, all focused on making this moment a historic one. The launch of Apollo 11 was no longer just a distant dream, it was a meticulously orchestrated operation ready to take flight. Chapter 6: Launch Day, July 16, 1969. The morning of July 16, 1969, broke bright and clear over Kennedy Space Center. A crowd of thousands gathered, all eager to witness a moment that would go down in history as the Saturn V rocket stood ready on the launch pad. Inside the spacecraft, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins were busy with final checks, mentally gearing up for the incredible journey ahead. The air was thick with tension and excitement, buzzing with anticipation. As the countdown clock ticked down to 0, every member of the team held their breath. Suddenly, the engines roared to life, shaking the ground beneath them with an unimaginable force. With a powerful surge, the Saturn V lifted off, initially slow but quickly gaining speed as it soared into the sky. The sound was deafening, reverberating along the Florida coastline. Millions around the globe tuned in via television and radio, their eyes glued to the ascending rocket. As the rocket climbed higher, the crew felt the intense forces of launch, pressed back into their seats by gravity that was several times stronger than normal. The first stage consumed fuel rapidly before it separated, allowing the second stage to ignite and continue the ascent. Communication with mission control remained strong and clear, a vital link connecting the astronauts to Earth. Launch day marked the pinnacle of years of hard work, a spectacular kickoff to an extraordinary mission. Chapter 7, The World Watches in Awe. As Apollo 11 launched into the vastness of space, the entire world held its breath, captivated by the unfolding mission. People from every corner of the globe huddled around their televisions and radios, sharing a collective sense of wonder and hope. This launch wasn't just a national triumph, it was a moment that crossed borders and political divides. News outlets were on it, providing non-stop coverage and sharing every detail and milestone. Families, scientists, politicians, and kids alike followed the astronauts' journey with eager anticipation. Schools even hit pause on lessons to tune into the live feed, while crowds gathered in public spaces to witness history as it happened. The successful launch reignited a belief in human potential and the endless possibilities that lie beyond our planet. Governments worldwide recognized the mission's importance, with many expressing admiration for the courage and expertise involved. This moment of global unity served as a powerful reminder that exploration is a shared human endeavor, one that belongs to everyone. Apollo 11's ascent signaled the start of a new era of discovery, igniting imaginations and inspiring generations to dream even bigger. The world wasn't just watching a rocket, it was witnessing the dawn of a new chapter in humanity's story. Chapter 8, The Legacy of Apollo 11. Apollo 11 was more than just a mission, it marked a pivotal moment in human history. The successful moon landing sparked a wave of advancements in science and technology. Many innovations created for the mission found new applications in fields like medicine, computing, and materials science, transforming everyday life on Earth. Even more significantly, the mission broadened humanity's perspective, demonstrating that with determination and teamwork, even the loftiest dreams can become reality. The bravery and expertise of Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins became icons of exploration and resilience. Their incredible journey inspired a new generation of scientists, engineers, and dreamers to push past their boundaries. Apollo 11 also promoted international collaboration in space exploration, setting the stage for future missions and partnerships. The legacy of this mission lives on in how it changed our view of ourselves. Not just as inhabitants of a single planet, but as explorers of the vast universe. Apollo 11 served as a powerful reminder of the strength of vision and the human spirit, igniting hope and curiosity for generations to come. The story of Apollo 11 is a shining example of human bravery, creativity, and our relentless urge to discover what lies beyond. This mission brought together the hard work of thousands, all focused on one incredible goal: to push humanity past the limits of Earth and set foot on the moon. The launch, the journey, and that unforgettable landing captured the hearts and minds of millions, bringing together a world that was eager to see what once felt like a distant dream. Apollo 11 wasn't just a technological achievement, it sparked inspiration in countless generations, showing us the strength of dreams and determination. Its impact still resonates in the realm of space exploration, reminding us that with vision and grit, we can reach for the stars and accomplish extraordinary things.